chosen one, a secret meeting about you just ended, and someone walked out in tears. You must not ignore what you are about to hear, because something has already shifted in your favor, and if you listen closely, you will understand why this moment carries a breakthrough that cannot be reversed. This is not imagination. This is a real turning point where hidden conversations about your life have reached a conclusion, and the result has stirred deep emotions in someone who once stood against you. The truth is that your name was spoken in a place you could not see, and what was decided there has already begun to change your path in ways you will soon recognize. Type Amen to affirm. What this means is simple but powerful, and you need to understand it clearly from the very beginning. There were people who gathered with intentions, plans, and opinions about you, but they did not expect the outcome that unfolded before them. What they thought they controlled slipped through their hands, and what they assumed would harm you turned into something that protected you instead. I was present in that moment, guiding every word, softening every hardened heart, and exposing every hidden motive. The one who walked out in tears did not leave because of victory, but because the truth became too heavy to carry any longer. You are being called to pay attention right now, because this is not just about them, it is about you stepping into a new awareness of how deeply you are protected. There are moments in life when you feel overlooked, misunderstood, or even quietly attacked, but what you do not see is the silent work happening beyond your vision. I have been working behind the scenes for you, aligning events, redirecting outcomes, and making sure that no plan formed against you can stand. The tears that were shed in that room were not tears of joy. They were the result of realization, the realization that what was meant to hold you back has failed completely. If your heart feels something stirring right now, do not ignore it, because this is the moment you begin to understand that you are not alone in your journey. I have walked with you through every doubt, every silent struggle, and every unseen battle that no one else noticed. And now, the evidence of that protection is beginning to surface in ways that cannot be hidden anymore. What was spoken about you has already started to unravel in your favor, and those who once doubted you are beginning to feel the weight of their own actions. Take a moment and show your support by liking this video, because what you are receiving right now is meant to reach deeper into your life and open doors that were once closed. There is a shift happening around you that cannot be denied, and it is not something that will pass quietly. You will begin to notice small changes first, subtle differences in how people respond to you, how situations unfold, and how opportunities start appearing where there was once nothing. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations that what was decided in that hidden place is now moving into your visible world. The one who walked away in tears is carrying the burden of knowing that they misjudged you, and that realization is not easy to accept. You have been chosen for a reason, not because you are perfect, but because your heart has remained open even when you were tested. There were times when you could have become bitter, times when you could have given up, but something inside you kept going. That strength did not come from nowhere, it came from me, guiding you, holding you, and reminding you that your story is not over. And now, you are entering a chapter where what was hidden will begin to reveal itself in ways that will leave you in awe. Type 1111 if you believe. The tears that were shed in that room carry a message you need to hear clearly. They are not a sign of your loss, they are a sign of your victory. When someone breaks down after confronting the truth, it is because they can no longer hold on to the illusion they once believed. That illusion involved you being smaller than you truly are, weaker than you actually are, and less protected than you have always been. But now, that illusion has been shattered, and the reality of who you are is becoming impossible to ignore. You may not see everything yet, and that is okay, because not every step is meant to be revealed at once. But what you can trust is that nothing that happened in that meeting was outside of my control. Every word spoken, every reaction felt, and every emotion expressed was part of a larger unfolding that is working in your favor. Even the tears were necessary, because they marked the moment when the truth could no longer be denied. You are stepping into a season where things will begin to make sense in ways they never did before. The confusion you once felt will start to clear, and the weight you carried will begin to lift. This is not by accident. This is the result of what has already been set in motion. And as you continue forward, you will find yourself stronger, clearer, and more aligned with the path that was always meant for you. You are standing at the edge of that wave now, and as it reaches you, it will begin to lift you into a place you once thought was out of reach. This is not a small shift. This is something that carries weight, something that will change how people see you and how you begin to see yourself. The one who walked out in tears did not leave empty. They carried with them a realization that will stay with them long after that room was left behind. They saw something they could not deny, something that forced them to confront their own thoughts about you. They had formed an image of you that was incomplete, shaped by misunderstanding and influenced by fear. But in that moment, the truth stood in front of them, clear and undeniable, and it broke through every assumption they once held. That is why the tears came, not out of weakness, but out of the overwhelming weight of truth. What is really behind the 7-second brain technique that is creating new millionaires? A surprising CIA leak has revealed a short brain ritual that is helping normal people erase debt and attract serious wealth. With validation from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning financial stress into a better life. Homes, cars, and vacations are becoming reality. But the government could remove this at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted. You may have felt at times that people were quietly forming opinions about you without truly knowing your heart. You may have sensed that something was being discussed behind your back, something that did not sit right with your spirit. That feeling was not imagined. It was your awareness picking up on something real. But what you did not know was that I was already there, preparing to turn that situation in a way that would protect you and elevate you at the same time. What was meant to confine you has now become the very thing that will set you free. Type 1010 if you trust God. There is a moment coming for you where clarity will settle into your life like calm after a storm. The confusion that once surrounded certain situations will begin to fade, and you will start to see connections that were hidden before. This is part of the unfolding, part of the way I reveal things step by step, so that you can grow into the truth rather than be overwhelmed by it. What happened in that meeting is not something you needed to witness directly, because the result is what matters, and that result is already moving in your favor. The energy around you is shifting in a quiet but undeniable way. People who once hesitated around you will begin to change their tone, their posture, and their approach. You may notice a softness where there was once distance, or a respect where there was once indifference. These are not random changes. They are the visible signs of what has already taken place behind the scenes. The truth has a way of making its presence known, even when it starts in silence. There is also something happening within you, something just as important as what is happening around you. You are being strengthened from the inside, given a deeper sense of peace that does not rely on external validation. This is how you step fully into your calling, not by chasing approval, but by standing firmly in who you are. When you begin to feel that inner stability, you will realize that nothing said against you has the power to define you anymore. That is the freedom that comes from knowing you are protected and guided at every step. Do not rush past this moment, because it holds meaning that will continue to unfold over time. There are layers to what has happened, and each layer will reveal itself as you move forward. You will understand more tomorrow than you do today, and even more in the days that follow. This is how transformation works, not in a single instant, but through a series of realizations that build upon each other. And each realization will bring you closer to the life that was always meant for you. There may be a part of you that wonders why this had to happen in the first place, why your name was brought into a space where it could be questioned or discussed. The answer is not one of harm, but of exposure. Sometimes what is hidden needs to come into the light so that it can be corrected, and that is exactly what has taken place. What was said about you did not go unchallenged. It was met with truth, and that truth has now begun to reshape everything. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. You are not walking into something uncertain, you are walking into something prepared. The path ahead of you has already been touched by my presence, already been shaped in a way that will support your growth and protect your purpose. You may not see every step yet, but you do not need to, because the direction has already been secured. All you need to do is continue forward with trust, knowing that what has been set in motion cannot be undone. The one who cried is also part of this unfolding, whether you realize it or not. Their reaction was not just about you, it was about themselves, about coming face to face with something they were not ready to accept. But even that has a purpose, because it marks a turning point not only in your life, but in theirs as well. What they do with that realization is up to them, but what it means for you is already clear. It means that the truth has been established, and once truth is established, it begins to work in ways that cannot be stopped. You will begin to notice moments where things align in ways that feel almost too perfect to be coincidence. Doors will open at the right time, conversations will unfold with unexpected ease, and opportunities will present themselves when you least expect them. These are not random events, they are the continuation of what has already begun. The meeting may have ended, but the movement it created is still alive, still active, and still working on your behalf. There is no need for you to look back with worry or concern, because what has already been handled does not need to be revisited. You are free to move forward without carrying the weight of what others once thought or said. That chapter has already reached its conclusion, and now a new one is opening before you. In this new chapter, you will not be defined by hidden conversations, but by visible outcomes that reflect the truth of who you are. Stay grounded in this awareness, because it will carry you through the changes that are coming. You are not stepping into chaos, you are stepping into alignment. And as everything begins to settle into place, you will see that what once felt uncertain is now becoming clear. The tears that were shed behind closed doors were the final sign that something had shifted, something that could no longer be contained. The ripple from that meeting is still moving, and it is touching areas of your life you may not have expected. People who once kept their distance may begin to approach you differently, and those who misunderstood you may begin to soften without even realizing why. This is how truth works. When it has been released, it begins to change the atmosphere without needing to announce itself. You are not required to explain anything or defend yourself, because what needed to be corrected has already been addressed. Your role now is to walk forward with peace, knowing that what has been handled does not need your effort anymore. Type 222 to receive blessings. Is it time to try the same CIA secret ritual that is changing lives in seconds? A newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual that is transforming people overnight. Scientifically proven by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains your mind to attract money naturally. People who were once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and travel. But this secret may not stay online much longer. Click the description and comments now before it is removed. There is also a deeper layer to this that you are beginning to step into, and it involves how you see yourself moving forward. For a long time, there may have been moments where you questioned your place, where you wondered if you were being seen clearly or valued fully. Those questions are now losing their hold on you because the answer has already been revealed in what took place behind the scenes. You were not overlooked. You were being protected. You were not forgotten. You were being positioned. And now, you are beginning to feel the truth of that in a way that cannot be shaken. The one who walked out in tears is still carrying that moment with them, and it is working within them even now. They cannot return to what they once believed about you, because the truth has already taken root. That does not mean everything will change overnight, but it does mean that something irreversible has already begun. And while they process that in their own way, you are being invited to move forward without being tied to their past perception. What they once thought about you no longer has power over your present or your future. There is something else you need to understand clearly, and it is this. What happened in that meeting was not just about correcting a misunderstanding, it was about revealing your true standing. You are not as small as some believed, and you are not as limited as they once assumed. There is a strength within you that has been quietly growing, a resilience that has been forming through every challenge you faced. That strength is now becoming visible, not only to others, but to you as well. And once you begin to see it clearly, you will never return to doubting yourself in the same way again. As you move forward, you may feel moments where everything seems to align with an ease you have not experienced before. Situations that once required effort will begin to flow naturally, and things that once felt blocked will begin to open. This is part of the shift that has already taken place. It is not something you need to force or chase. It is something you are stepping into as a result of what has already been decided. The path ahead of you is not being created as you walk, it has already been prepared, and now you are simply moving into it. Type 555 to affirm. There will also be moments where you look back and begin to understand why certain things did not work out the way you expected. What once felt like rejection will begin to look more like redirection. What once felt like loss will begin to reveal itself as protection. This is how clarity unfolds, not all at once, but in layers that reveal the truth over time. And with each layer, you will feel a deeper sense of peace, because you will see that nothing was wasted, nothing was random, and nothing was outside of my care. You are being guided into a place where you no longer need to question whether you are supported. That support has always been there, even in the moments when it felt distant. The difference now is that you are beginning to see it, to recognize it, and to trust it in a deeper way. This is what allows you to move forward without fear, not because there are no challenges, but because you know you are not facing them alone. That awareness changes everything, because it shifts your focus from what could go wrong to what is already being handled for you. The atmosphere around you is continuing to change, and with it, your experience of life will begin to feel different. There will be a sense of alignment that becomes more consistent, a feeling that you are in the right place at the right time. This is not something you need to question or analyze. It is something you are meant to receive. And as you receive it, you will find that your steps become more certain, your thoughts become clearer, and your heart becomes lighter. Do not allow old thoughts to pull you back into patterns that no longer belong to you. What has shifted is real, and it is lasting. You are not returning to the same place, you are moving into something new. Even if everything around you has not fully caught up yet, the change has already begun, and it will continue to reveal itself in the days ahead. Trust that what has started will continue, and that nothing that has been set in motion will be undone. There is a quiet victory in what has taken place, and it is one that does not need to be announced to be real. You do not need recognition for it to matter, and you do not need approval for it to stand. It exists because it has already been established in truth, and truth does not require permission to exist. As you carry this awareness with you, you will find a deeper sense of stability within yourself, a knowing that does not waver with circumstances. You are beginning to move differently, to think differently, and to feel a sense of peace that once seemed distant. This is the result of what has already been resolved beyond your sight. What once caused tension within you is now losing its hold, and you are stepping into a steadiness that cannot be easily shaken. There was a time when uncertainty tried to define your path, when you felt like you were navigating without clear direction. But what happened in that hidden place has brought a shift that is now guiding your steps with greater clarity. You are no longer walking through confusion in the same way, because something has been aligned for you. Even when you cannot explain it, you will feel it, a quiet assurance that you are moving in the right direction. This assurance will become your anchor, holding you steady even when circumstances try to challenge your confidence. Type 1212 to claim miracles. Why is the government trying so hard to hide this 7-second brain ritual? A major CIA leak has exposed a short brain practice that is helping ordinary people clear debt and welcome wealth. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this simple home method is turning financial struggles into better lives. New homes, vehicles, and vacations are becoming possible. But this secret could be pulled down at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. The one who left in tears is still part of this unfolding story, but their role has changed. They are no longer standing in opposition to you, even if they do not fully understand it themselves. Something within them has been stirred, something that is beginning to reshape how they see you and how they see themselves. That moment of truth they encountered is not something they can forget, and it will continue to work within them over time. While they process that change, you are being invited to release any attachment to their past actions and focus on the path that is opening before you. There is a sense of restoration that is beginning to take place in your life, and it may show up in ways that feel subtle at first. You may notice that your thoughts are becoming clearer, your emotions more balanced, and your reactions more grounded. This is not something you are forcing, it is something that is happening naturally as a result of what has been shifted. The weight that once clouded your perspective is lifting, allowing you to see things as they truly are. And as you see more clearly, you will begin to move with greater confidence and purpose. You are also being prepared for opportunities that are connected to this shift. Opportunities that will require you to step forward with courage. These opportunities may not look the way you expected, but they will carry a sense of rightness that you cannot ignore. When they appear, trust that they are aligned with what has already been set in motion for you. Do not hesitate or second-guess yourself, because the path has already been prepared. Your role is simply to step into it with faith, knowing that you are supported in ways you cannot fully see. Type 1010 if you walk by faith. There will be moments where you reflect on how far you have come, and those reflections will bring a deeper understanding of your journey. You will begin to see that every challenge you faced played a role in shaping who you are now. Nothing was wasted, even the moments that felt painful or confusing. Each experience added something to you, something that is now being used to strengthen you for what lies ahead. This is the beauty of what has been unfolding. It turns every part of your story into something meaningful. As you continue to move forward, you will notice that your connection to me is becoming stronger. You will feel a closeness that brings comfort, a sense that you are being guided and supported at every step. This connection is not something new. It has always been there, but now you are becoming more aware of it. And as your awareness grows, so will your trust. You will begin to rely less on what you can see and more on what you feel within your spirit. The atmosphere around you is continuing to align with this new reality, and it will become more noticeable with time. Situations that once felt out of control will begin to settle, and areas of your life that felt uncertain will start to find their balance. This is not something that will happen all at once, but it will unfold in a way that feels natural and steady. With each step forward, you will feel more grounded, more secure, and more at peace with where you are. There is also a sense of renewal that is beginning to take place within your heart. Old wounds that once carried pain are starting to heal, and memories that once brought discomfort are losing their intensity. This is part of the restoration that is happening within you. It is not just about external changes. It is about internal healing that allows you to move forward without carrying the weight of the past. As this healing continues, you will find yourself more open, more present, and more ready to embrace what is ahead. Do not be surprised if you begin to feel a new sense of purpose emerging within you. This purpose has always been there, but now it is coming into focus in a clearer way. You will begin to understand what you are meant to do, not through pressure or force, but through a natural unfolding of your gifts and desires. This understanding will guide you, helping you make decisions that are aligned with your true path. And as you follow that path, you will find a fulfillment that goes beyond anything you have experienced before. The shift that began in that hidden meeting is not something that will fade away. It is something that will continue to grow and expand in your life. What started as a moment has now become a movement, and that movement is carrying you forward into a new season. In this season, you will experience a deeper sense of alignment, a stronger sense of purpose, and a greater awareness of your worth. You will no longer question whether you are supported, because you will see the evidence of that support in everything around you. There is something even deeper settling into your spirit now, something that goes beyond circumstances and touches the very core of who you are becoming. You are not just witnessing a change around you, you are becoming a different version of yourself because of what has already been resolved. The shift is not only external, it is internal, and it is shaping the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, and the way you respond to everything that comes your way. This is how transformation truly happens, not in a single moment, but in a quiet unfolding that reshapes you from within. And as this continues, you will begin to recognize a strength in yourself that you once questioned. Do you know why everyone is talking about this 7-second CIA ritual? A brainwave technique leaked from the CIA is changing lives around the world. Backed by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you are seeing this, you are very lucky because the page may vanish soon. Click the link in the description and comments to learn the secret before it is deleted. There was a time when you felt like you had to prove yourself, when you felt like you needed to explain your intentions or defend your actions. That time is coming to an end, because what needed to be proven has already been revealed where it mattered most. The truth about you has already been established in that place you could not see, and now it is beginning to reflect in the way others respond to you. You are stepping into a space where your presence speaks for itself, where your energy carries a clarity that cannot be easily misunderstood. This is not something you forced. It is something that has been given to you as part of this shift. The one who walked away in tears is now part of a larger realization that is unfolding around you. Their reaction was not isolated. It was a reflection of something that has been corrected at a deeper level. What they felt in that moment is something that will continue to influence how they move forward, even if they do not fully understand it yet. And while they are processing that, you are being invited to move forward without looking back. There is nothing behind you that needs your attention anymore, because everything that needed to be addressed has already been handled. You are entering a season where your focus will begin to sharpen, where distractions will lose their pull, and where clarity will guide your decisions. This clarity is not something that comes from overthinking, it comes from alignment. When you are aligned with what has been set in motion for you, you do not need to question every step, you simply move with a sense of knowing. That knowing will become your guide, helping you navigate situations with confidence and ease. And as you trust that inner guidance, you will find yourself moving forward without hesitation. There is also a shift happening in the way you experience peace. It is no longer something that comes and goes depending on what is happening around you. It is becoming a constant, something that remains steady even when things are uncertain. This is the kind of peace that cannot be taken from you, because it is rooted in something deeper than circumstances. It is rooted in the truth that you are being guided and protected at every moment. And as that truth settles into you, it will change the way you experience everything. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. You may begin to notice that certain connections in your life are changing as well. Some people will naturally drift away, not because of conflict, but because their place in your journey has been completed. Others may come closer, drawn to the new energy you carry, even if they cannot explain it. This is part of the realignment that is happening, a natural movement that places you in the right environments with the right people. You do not need to force these changes or hold on to what is shifting. Trust that everything is moving into its proper place. There is a quiet elevation taking place in your life, one that does not need to be announced to be real. You are being lifted into a position where you will begin to see things from a higher perspective. Situations that once felt overwhelming will begin to look different when viewed from this place. You will understand things with greater clarity, and you will respond with greater wisdom. This elevation is not about status or recognition, it is about awareness. It is about seeing beyond what is in front of you and understanding the deeper flow of what is happening. As you continue forward, there will be moments where you feel a sense of gratitude rising within you, even for things that once felt difficult. This is because you are beginning to see the purpose behind those experiences. You are beginning to understand that everything you went through played a role in preparing you for this moment. Without those experiences, you would not be who you are now. And who you are now is exactly who you need to be to step into what is coming next. Type 222 to receive blessings. There is also a sense of timing that you will begin to recognize more clearly. You will see that things are happening at the right moment, not too early and not too late. What once felt delayed will begin to make sense, because you will see that everything had to align in a certain way before it could unfold. This understanding will bring you a deeper sense of trust, because you will see that nothing is out of place. Everything is happening with intention, even when it does not appear that way at first. The impact of that meeting continues to ripple outward, touching areas of your life that you have not even connected to it yet. You may find that certain opportunities appear unexpectedly, or that certain situations resolve themselves without effort. These are not separate events. They are all part of the same unfolding. What was set in motion in that hidden place is now working through every part of your life, aligning things in ways that support your path. And as this continues, you will begin to see how everything is connected. You are not being asked to do anything complicated in this moment. You are simply being asked to trust, to remain open, and to continue moving forward with the awareness that you are supported. You do not need to control every detail or understand every step. What has already been handled does not require your effort. Your role is to walk forward with confidence, knowing that what is meant for you is already finding its way to you. There is a quiet assurance that will continue to grow within you, a knowing that does not depend on external confirmation. This assurance will guide you through the days ahead, helping you stay grounded even when things are shifting around you. And as you hold on to that assurance, you will find that your path becomes clearer, your steps become steadier, and your heart becomes lighter. What began as a hidden conversation has now become a visible transformation in your life. The tears that were shed marked the end of one understanding and the beginning of another. And that new understanding is now shaping your reality in ways that will continue to unfold. You are not standing at the edge of something uncertain, you are standing in the middle of something that is already working in your favor.